So far, we have learned factorization when the coefficient of a is equal to 1. But what happens in situations when the coefficient of a is not equal to 1? Like in this expression we've seen on the screen. In this case, a is equal to 2. So what process or what steps do we follow when a is not equal to 1? Actually, the process is the same process. It's just going to have a few small changes. We're still going to do the diamond method, meaning we still need a diamond. And we're still going to look at the coefficient of c, that means the number that is not multiplying any x, in this case positive 9. And yes, we care about the sign. If it was a negative 9, then c is equal to negative 9. But because a is not equal to 1, we also need to take a look at the coefficient of a. Remember, a is the number multiplying the x squared. But for the diamond method, we do not care about the x, we only care about the coefficient. And we're going to take those two numbers, the coefficient a and coefficient c, we're going to put them on the top of the diamond, and we're going to multiply them each other. So in this case, 2 times positive 9. What is 2 times 9? 18. And what about the bottom of the diamond? The bottom of the diamond is still the b, but just the coefficient, not the x. So the bottom of the diamond, negative 9. Now that we have the top and bottom of the diamond, the process from this point on is the same process we have learned so far. We need to look at the numbers to the left and right of the diamond. And those two numbers, when we multiply them, we need to get the top of the diamond. When we add them or subtract them, we need to get the bottom of the diamond. Now it's getting a little bit trickier because we also have to find the numbers and signs that match. So that's why practice is recommended on this step of the process, so you can get familiarized as to how to find those two numbers. If you want, you can pause the video and you can practice finding those two numbers. Otherwise, we'll tell the numbers in a couple of seconds, because one of the numbers is negative 6, the other number is negative 3. And we can check because negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18. That means the criteria of the top of the diamond, when multiplied, equals 18. So we check it. And then if we add or subtract them, following the rules of signs, of course, negative 6 minus 3 equals negative 9. So we meet the criteria of the bottom of the diamond. So we check it. Now we know that our diamond is complete. We can proceed to the next step of the process, which is rearranging our equation. The 2x squared remains as it is, and the 9 also remains as it is. The one that changes is the middle term, the negative 9x. We're going to rebuild that term using the numbers we found on the diamond, starting with the negative 6. And yes, one more time, you could have started with the negative 3. You'll still get the correct answer. So we place the negative 6 in the middle, but it's not just negative 6. We also have to include the x. Then we move on to the negative 3. We place it in the middle. And don't forget, you have to put the x. So one more time, the numbers in the middle, the left and right of the diamond, we use them to break the middle term. So the negative 9x turned into negative 6x and negative 3x. Now that we have our equation, our expression with 4 terms, we proceed to the part of making the two binomials. 2x squared minus 6x is one binomial, minus 3x plus 9 is the other binomial. Now we look for common factors in these binomials, starting with the first one. A common factor in this binomial is 2x. Both of these terms are divisible by 2x. You can review lesson 2.5 one more time. And this gives us with the factor of 2x times x minus 3. Then we look at the second parenthesis, and we need to find a common factor in this second parenthesis, which in this case would be 3 because both terms are divisible by 3, leaving us with positive 3 in the outside and minus x plus 3 in the inside of the parenthesis. Now let's look at our parenthesis, what we have left, and we can see there is a problem because remember, we want this parenthesis to be exactly equal. And although most of the times they're going to be exactly equal, sometimes we may face this situation in which we do have the same numbers. We have x and 3 on both, but the signs are inverted. So how do we fix when the signs are inverted? If the numbers are equal, in this case the x and the 3, but the signs are not, the signs are switched, all we have to do is take a -1 as a common factor. Because when you divide by -1, the signs change. And of course, don't forget, since you're taking a -1 as a common factor, put the negative on the outside. And now everything is fixed, because if we look at this, both parentheses are now equal, so we're good. We can proceed. Since both parentheses are equal, that's one of our factors. And where do we look for our second factor? The numbers outside of the parentheses. In this case, 2x minus 3. That's our second factor. And this is our answer. So we moved from 2x squared minus 9x plus 9 into x minus 3 times 2x minus 3. The process is the same, just had some slight changes from when a was equal to 1. And the shortcut doesn't work when a is not equal to 1. So the shortcut we learned for the first two videos of this lesson does not work when a is not equal to 1.